Heaven high, everybody, every light body. This is Baba on Aquarius Keychain, and today I would like to share to you and with you all a little collective update because there's subject that have been coming back since this Lionsgate, which is the spiritual new year. So on Lionsgate, we downloaded the template to clear the multidimensional compass. That means the whole humanity have the opportunity to start to navigate into the parallel and multidimensional life and timeline to actually settle and anchor in their highest timeline and having the taste of how it feels and how it is like to be in their highest timeline and see how it manifests in your relationship and how it manifests in different areas of your life. So yesterday was 12/12 portal, and I could have an overview of a different collective of different ages and have like to explore a generational environment where I could actually witness this happening in spheres that are very far from what I would say the spiritual ground. I was with lawyers, art dealers, very rich people in a table of 8. So and like they were all people, eating meat, people that are very active in the city, active at work, generation that are born before from 1964, 1960, 70s, 60s basically. No, even a bit before. And everybody is interested in those subjects from one way or the other. Is the sphere of my life that I turn that I turn my back on when I awaken, because it was not matching the correspondence, the frequency, and I was being misunderstood, and I really am like, okay, I have to go. And now I can come back, and some people I haven't seen since 8-9 years. I was in Brussels, and I could have the confirmation that even there, people are cleaning their multidimensional compass and learning about how to navigate, talking about authenticity, talking about universe opening portals to them, asking about the invisible, getting definitions on what is channeling, and also some actually understanding the posture of the fifth dimensional new age. So that was very good news, very auspicious, and I can now confirm that this has been anchored worldwide. Everybody is awakening or have the window to awaken to their multidimensional life and learn how to navigate their timeline. Things are more into the experience of shifting consciousness, because when I'm taking this fruit, the time, the space, and the movement is just my consciousness shifting in different realities 1 billion times a second. And we are having this organization of time, space, and movement that allows us to experience this reality, but it's just our consciousness shifting. And that it's quite an amazing perception, because we are anchoring in the present moment. That means it's the end of the time, as the linear time of past and future, because in the present we have different timelines in the past and different timelines in the future. So what we do now is changing the future and is changing the past. So I was very happy to see that all of this is happening, and I wanted to share with you that this 12/12 portal was a very big family reunion at the soul level, at the multidimensional level, opening in a new space of people reclaiming their space, their authenticity, their vibration, where they belong, and attracting everything that is meant to them and everything that needs to be retributed at a soul level. It was kind of a payback of recognition of their own soul, and so it happened in the collective. And that was beautiful because I could see them in their beauty and they could see me in my beauty. And in this grace, we could recognize each other through the eyes, even without especially talking. And there's like something special. There's the glitter, there's the light, there's a little spark of the universe experiencing themselves through them and through me and meeting. It's absolutely beautiful to see that this connection is not is manifesting in the whole sphere of the life. Is manifesting in the field of service, in the family, in the relationship, and that is happening at a collective level. So it was important to mention that. I also want to share, before I leave you, that in 7 days from now on, we'll have an astrological event that will never happen on Earth and will never happen again, as the passage is the passage of 3A Atlas. It is passing close to the Earth, and it's actually bringing an absolutely amazing opportunity after making a very specific travel in our solar system, bringing information from the cosmos and components from the cosmos, physical components, water, chemicals that are being laid on Earth, and that will allow awakening through nature in very deep ways. So on the 19th December, just before the solstice of 2025, who marks quite a big shift, as I shared before, there's usually only one of the Christ rays shining on Earth around Christmas time. This year there will be 4 of the 7 Christ ray, so that's absolutely amazing. We are each time being presented with highest frequency opportunities. So yeah, in 7 days from now, all of this will anchor physically, and also I've been channeling that this energy linked to that comet and other updates, something will happen in the east and will travel into the whole world, changing the sense of value, changing how we value ourselves, how we value our resources, and awaken the base chakra of the collective, the earth grid, the base chakra of Earth, is having ascension ascending movement in our chambers. So that's very powerful. That's the basic of a collective awakening. And recently in the December news of Diana Cooper, she actually mentioned it, that the base chakra is in China, that something is happening there and that will overflow in the world. And that was coinciding exactly with what I received about 3-1 Atlas, about what is going to happen in December. Because I was very happy to see that my own channels were aligning with the channels of some people that I really respect and that have very clear information. That channel is very clear information that is helping millions of people. So that is a very, very auspicious time. Now all of this channeling and all of this happening are there to unfold on the 1-1-1 January to the 11th January, which is a 1-1-1-1. That is the portal where we will be experiencing like 4 or 5 planets in Capricorn. Capricorn is the sign in which Pluto made the society crash in 2008, the financial money system crash. That is actually a system that is now outdated, but that we are keeping on by printing money and clinging to money. But in 2008, since Pluto passed the enter Capricorn, it started to be outdated. And when it passed in the final degrees of Capricorn, it was really shining the end. And when Saturn conjunct Pluto in Capricorn in February 2020, we had COVID, which was a massive collective awakening of stopping and taking a time to breathe. Now we will have a 2026 portal that will shine a full moon in Cancer in those energies, and later we will have a conjunction at the new moon in Capricorn in the last degrees of Capricorn, which is the completion that Pluto was working on in 2022, 2023, 2024, and still in 2025. So all these energy that have been prepared in those years are going to rise up. They're going to rise up, and that rising up, there will be an anchoring of the ascended energies that are happening on the collective earth chakra, root chakra, and on the earth chakra. And it will spread in the world and anchor on this new moon in Capricorn on 2026. And this is happening in the angelic phoenix frequency on the 17th January, 18 January. And I myself have been called to a particular place in the world to be ready for that downloading. I will be traveling in Italy to anchor on the grid specific energies that are related to all this awakening, and on around the full moon in Pisces, the supermoon in September, I start downloading with someone the energies relating to that were actually coming from it's a long story, but that was a collective ceremony that has been opened for my generation, and that is going to continue and spread around different generations. And now the families are gathering to anchor that energy in our own family sphere, and then it will spread in our more wide soul family, cosmic family. So there's different ceremony, different gathering happening at different levels, but we are all one, and since it's getting closer, this spiral is getting more clear of the awakening in our mother line, father line, relationship, professional life, artistic life. Everything is starting to have a very good passage of fire. That's the word, the passage of fire. And in that passage of fire, we're going to be propulsed in the year of the fire horse that has been showing up synchronistically, like super strongly on the moment. And it will happen exactly on the moment, 2 days before Neptune and Saturn leaves Pisces, leave the lessons of the anchoring of the Christ energy into Aries, into the leadership, the leaders with no followers vibe. And that will happen all in February, and we will go further from there. And that is why all of this is happening in January, because we are seeding a systemic change in the full moon Cancer family, in the grandmother, and in Capricorn, the grandfather, in the systemic, in the achievements. And those energies are actually, everything is linked. The cosmic, the collective awakening, the grid of earth, everything is shifting frequency, and the people are realizing they are not living in the system they were living before, that it has changed. We're just clinging to an old thought form that is anchored in past, which means that is anchored in what isn't cleared, and not anchored on what is confusing in our multidimensional compass. But now Saturn and Neptune is going out of Pisces, so we're going to have clearness where we stand. This is not the same space, this is not the same frequency. That means it's not the same color, it's not the same music that is happening on Earth. And a bit less or a bit more than half of the planet is awakened, by the way. It's absolutely crazy. So only this system has to go on, because the people that have not yet made the passage and their inner death are awakened to the magic. They are still experiencing what they came to experience in the Matrix. And that's a total legit experience. And they need to go through it. And we don't need to judge them, we need to be patient. Because Earth is anyway moving on. And it's you follow or you don't. So yeah, there's very, very good news about that. So thank you very much for your time. I was really happy to share that. That's the collective update after the 12-12 portal. So now we on the portal from the 12-12 to the 21, the solstice of December, with the 3A1 Atlas passing on 19, the closest to Earth. Take good care. I send you much love and much blessing, and have a very good end of the year.